VC scene. I've gotten so many emails and texts from friends who have connected us. It's really an honor to have you here. Tell our audience a little bit about why you're here, what brought you here, and how long you've been here, and how long you plan to stay here.
Yeah, sure. Well, first off, honor is mine. It's great to be here. My brother and I have we call it consumer tech holding company called M13, part brand studio, where we start our own brands and brands with other people. And then we have one of the largest venture capital funds in LA, all consumer tech focused. So as I was telling you right before this, always been a big fan of Miami, always come down here 3-4 times a year, Art Basel, other things.
Sure.
But it's special right now, as you know. It's a special time because I just came here I've been here a week, and the people I would normally see at Art Basel or a special occasion, I'm just seeing at Carbone on a Sunday night.
Right.
And you know, with any ecosystem, it's about people and it's about talent. And I think it's amazing what's transpired here just in the last year. So it's great to be down here.
It really is amazing. The density of the people that are here now is so important. Carbone, by the way, nice little shout out to Carbone. I appreciate that. One of my buddies is
Rigatoniella vodka. Shout out to that. That is the best
one of
dish.
my buddies is the owner, so he's gonna appreciate that. Thank you so much. But tell us a little bit about your fund. You sort of mentioned it, what you invest in, and talk a little bit about the permanency of your presence here.
Sure. So our fund's all consumer tech focused. Previously my brother and I have been early investors in things like Lyft and Pinterest. We put in some of the first $1 million on Ring, the video doorbell, different things like that. And for us, I've always been looking for an excuse to spend more time in Miami. And I really think for us, well, I'm from Chicago, lived in New York for a long time, I've been in LA for about 10 years. What I saw in LA 10 years ago, and everything kind of on the rise there, is what I'm seeing in Miami now, right? Okay. I think it's all about talent, and it's all about cost of living. And for a long time, recently now, it's 1 in every 10 venture capital dollars flows through LA. 5 years ago, that was a quarter. 5 years before that was a nickel out of every $10. So that's an incredible rise, because it's not hard to convince people from Silicon Valley, hey, come down here, look at all these companies have started, look at the ecosystem of the unicorns. You can live by the beach and your cost of living is lower. I think Miami, offers all those same things and probably more in many ways.
Yeah, and we're also getting that confluence of people that are the PEs and the hedge fund guys that are coming from New York. So what I'm interested to see in the future, and what I keep telling people is, I don't think it's ever really happened before. You have the hedge fund guys, the PE guys, which have completely different sort of investment philosophies, but a ton of capital, mixing with the VCs and the founders and the product designers from Silicon Valley. So it's going to be an interesting future for the city. That's why I think we project out very well. The other thing is we have an amazing growth envelope in terms of our zoning. Some of these cities have restricted their growth. We have a 10x growth capacity. So people don't even know that. I mean, they come here, we can grow 10x in terms of our physical landscape. So we have the ability to really mature as a city. So it's nice. I'll take people like you. Bought a place, didn't buy a place. What's happening? Talk to me.
Yeah, trying to buy a place. As you know, I might need you to call in a favor for me. Send someone a voice note to be gentle on the price and update people. But
negotiating, right?
Exactly, negotiating. I decided for starters, I kind of want to have a beautiful condo with a nice little view. So just put an offer on a place, and been here a week, going to stay at least a month, and as long as there's hay to make and good things to be doing, so
be careful,
could
man.
be longer.
There's people that stay a month. That's the sweet spot. Once you stay a month, we got you for good.
Right.
That's what Keith Verbois, who I interviewed on Monday, was saying. The month is the sweet spot. Once we keep them here for a month,
then
they can't leave.
My inflection point will be, you're the first person I've seen wearing a very nice suit, which is great. If I start to wear a suit and it gets hot enough that I can't stop sweating, that's probably when I'll take a little break for the season. But
well, I'll tell you what, this is an anomaly. I'm the mayor. I got to do this.
Exactly.
So.
Well, you wear it well.
But yeah, everybody here is. I got the nice little tropical socks on, so exactly. that's the way to keep it cool.
That's the flair.
But it's exciting. It's got to be exciting for you. Your brothers. The Winklevoss twins sort of set us up, among others that texted me about you being here. Talk to me about running a family business. What's that like? Is it something where maybe you're going to spend a little more time here, your brother may spend a little more time over there? Talk just about the family dynamic.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a family business, meaning generations.
Sure.
But today's actually a very special day. Unfortunately, I lost my dad 4 years ago today, really unexpectedly, and so. Anytime something happens on the day he passed away, it's special, and these are kind of things that he would say, wow, that's really, he'd always be like, I would tell him something I'm doing, and he'd go, that's really interesting, and this would be one of those, so I was thinking about it today. But in terms of family business, it's been great. As I said, my brother and I went to the same schools, both alumni of Goldman Sachs, which congratulations on them bringing a bigger presence down here just recently, and for us it's great because we have other great partners in our business now, and so One of my other partners named Carl Alomar has a house on 33rd and Pine Tree, beautiful house that he's moving into now.
Gorgeous area, yeah.
Gorgeous area. And so, you know, with the way things are evolving, I think I've always been a big believer you need a laptop, a good connection, a hotspot, and not much else. And so, yeah, who knows what the future holds, but I plan to spend more time down here. I know Carl well. It won't be hard to talk my brother into, if I buy a condo, it won't be hard to talk him into coming down.
I'm sure it will.
So yeah, I would love to, you know, open an office down here with our new fund that we're raising. One of our next portfolio companies.
Gold.
Yes.
I love that. Or Bitcoin, because I can't say gold anymore. I gotta say it's for my crypto guys. Bitcoin.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think it would be great to also, you know, one of the next companies we incubate, put the team down here and see where it goes. Because you know what I've said to people when they've honestly asked me, I've said, so far, it's an incredible amount of great people coming down here. Hopefully those great people lead to or beget good, you know, great companies coming down here, but you know, I'd rather always start that way, because if you get those kind of high level people, then the rest should hopefully.
Well, you should know, because you started with some of these amazing companies that became, you know, unicorns and decacorns, you know, when they were nothing.
Right.
So, you know, and you're talking about that example of LA, what it was, you know, in terms of the percentage of, you know, the dollar, you know, out of $10 in terms of what it was for the VC world. I just think Miami, obviously this is my job to sort of extol the virtues of our city, but the fact that it's not just, you know, Silicon Valley, but it's also New York, you know, it's all happening at the same time. And it doesn't seem like the other cities, and I know COVID is a part of it, there's no doubt about it, right, with remote work and the fact that, you know, we're relatively more open than other cities in the country. But I just don't see any of those other cities reversing course on some major policy things that are driving people away. And you know, we're very grateful, we're very thankful. We're excited about having you. And you know, and it's been great. I've been able to build friendships, and I think, you know, I think you're going to be very successful here. I think your track record, the people that know you, the fact that they're here, and you're going to see that this is a place where you can do some great things.
I'm looking forward to spending a lot of quality time.
Awesome, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.